If your friend has just been admitted to a dementia unit and you're at a loss as to know what to do, the first thing is to establish three things: their level of present memory loss, their direction orientation loss, and their physical ability. So with present memory loss, chances are they have it, as everyone in a dementia unit does. To get around that, when visiting, introduce yourself and who you are. To get around direction orientation loss, when you're taking the person out, make sure to walk with them arm in arm, and if you're going on a big outing like to the beach, take two people. Now, in that way, you've really pretty much covered everything. You've introduced yourself, you're making sure that they're not going to get lost because you're doing the arm in arm walking, and if you're going on a big trip, you've got another person there as well, so that if you need to go to pay the bills or deal with toileting or parking, you've got a second person there to be with the dementia resident to be able to help out as needed. And really, that's the main basis covered, because as a friend, the main thing really to help, big help, is walking, taking the person out, walking, and for outings. That's the big thing. I mean, there's many other things that the power of attorney and family have to cover. But as a friend, if you can help with the walking, taking the person out walking, it helps hugely in their quality of life. And especially if it's regular, it's a really good idea to make it, say, once a week, Saturday, 2 o'clock, I'm taking Jim out or Bob out to the beach every week. Now, what happens then is that the staff know the time, they'll have the person ready. Friends and family know that that's a regular outing, so they won't come at that time, so there'll be no crossover. And the resident themselves knows that they're getting a good outing once a week. And let's say it's a beach outing because both of you have always enjoyed going to the beach, having long walks along the promenade or on the sand on the shore, and you're continuing that. You're choosing to continue that. Such a good idea to continue what activities you had with that person before they were in the unit as much as possible, continuing that after they come into the unit. The only difference, big difference really, is catering to direction orientation loss. So you have to make sure that they're arm in arm with you so that they don't just take off when you're, looking the other way and get distracted, which can so easily happen. In just a few moments, the person can be off and you don't know where they've gone. That's a big problem. So covering that with arm in arm walking. And the other thing is, of course, having the second person there. Because if you've got a second person there, you can go and have a cup of coffee, you can go and have a pizza, you can just enjoy, the afternoon, and there's no big pressure on you. So that if you need to go and pay the bill or get the orange drinks or, get another pizza or get the car out to the front of the restaurant so the dementia resident doesn't have to walk as far, all these things, it's easy to do when another person's there to help out. It makes for a relaxed time. Whereas trying to do all that on your own really is too difficult. That's why a lot of people just, resort to just going out for a car ride and not even getting out for a walk half the time, which is fine in a sense, but really for a good quality outing, you need to have the sunshine and the fresh air and socialisation, something to eat and drink. So as the friend, you really just need to have that set time, pick up time. Everyone knows, staff, friends and family, and that you've got another person, whether it's your son or your daughter or another friend, someone who's reliable, that you can rely on at that time each week as well, hopefully, to come out with you for the big outings. Now, if they're only available, say, once a week, say they're only available first Saturday of the month, 2 o'clock, and that's it. The other weeks they're not available. Never mind. That first week of the month, make that a special beach outing. The other 3 outings, they can just be walks in the village grounds, retirement village grounds, and maybe there's a coffee or pizza place on site at the retirement village, which is often the case. So you can have a little outing there. And if someone else turns up who can help out with a longer trip the other weeks, good. Otherwise, just keep in place what's there. Just work within your resources and do what you're comfortable with and motivated with, because it's for the long term, isn't it? A dementia resident is in the facility long term, and you want to be able to support long term. You don't want to burn yourself out. At the same time, you don't want to underdo it. And it's also important that you enjoy the trips as well. It's not just for the dementia resident. It's a 50-50 thing. That's what friendship's about, you know, give and take. And the dementia resident has to make an effort as well, you know, smiling, being buoyant and enjoying it all the way, which hopefully they do. And then it can be sustainable, which is the whole purpose of it. So I've written about these topics at length in both books. The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit, everything you need to know about a person going into a dementia unit, a lot to know, a lot to read, but good reading and easy reading. And the Resident's Rise from a dementia unit as well. And this is all about the challenges that dementia residents face and how to help in a positive, practical way. Lots of techniques that you can help with. Lots of people don't realise how much there is that can be done. So that's why I've written about all these and these techniques and in the YouTube videos as well. So thank you for your support and your likes and your viewing. And please subscribe, pass on the links, the channels quietly on TikTok and YouTube getting up and running. So thank you for that. And I really appreciate the subscribers and your long-term support, those of you from the very beginning, 6 months back, still supporting. It's such a great help. Thank you.